Hello there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Now it's time for the 25th episode of the 39 that Bumper and I are doing Bumper's movies and me. Right, okay, so he watched, I think, his Severin Blu-ray, and I watched my 88 Films 4K. So the film is from 1980. It stars David Hess as Alex, and Giovanni Lombardo Radici as Ricky. And yes, there are a couple of the 39 stalwarts, you could say, because they appear in, I think there's about 3 films each or something like that. So I've got Bumper's notes here. If you've been following this series, you know the format by now. Each episode we do, we give each other a set of notes that we've, our thoughts on the film and the 3 questions that we have. Bumper starts with an overview, and he says, 2 dregs of society invite themselves to a small party in a posh part of town, but when their hosts start to make fun of them and lead them on, things get really nasty really quickly. Directed by Ruggero Deodato, of Hannibal Holocaust fame, and also starring the late great Giovanni Lombardo Radici, as I just said, and Mr. Nasty himself, David Hess, originally planned as a sequel to The Last House on the Left. This one has all the hallmarks of the top video nasty. Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well, to be honest. Not really sure how it could be a sequel to Last House on the Left unless things ended differently on that one, because we got what we got, didn't we? Okay, so our 3 questions. First one, does it feel like a video nasty? Oh yes, the opening scenes are very hard to watch. Movie doesn't quite live up to the nastiness all the way through, but yes, it does feel like a nasty. So yes, we are straight in with an abuse scene. A young female, Alex gets in the car, basically, invites himself into the car and decides to do what he wants with her. And that kind of sets the tone for it sets us up for what's going on ahead of the film. Then the next question, should it be a video nasty? Bumper says, in my opinion, yes. It has so much sexual abuse going on that it definitely warrants a place on the 39. Yes, this is obviously one of the traits synonymous with the video nasties. Any females being abused in kind of any way was definitely frowned upon. It's not nice anyway. It's not the right thing to do. So, then the last question, should a modern horror fan check it out? And Bumper says, yes, it's not an easy watch, but it laid the foundation for all the home invasion movies we love these days. So definitely needs to be seen by horror fans. Yeah, it's kind of a home invasion, but it's weird because they're invited there, or they sort of invite themselves, but they could have turned them down. But I guess young people then, late 70s, early 80s, oh, we're having a party, do you want to join us? They'd just have more and more people turn up, wouldn't they? Yeah, things aren't what they seem. Now, I won't go into it too much because I think you need to see it for yourself. I found that when I was watching it, I was waiting for the aspect that everyone seemed to class the film as a great film. I wasn't going to turn it off because I was watching it for our series, but I was sitting there going, okay, something's meant to happen. Anyway, I persevered, and of course it paid off. So Bumper has a summary here, and he says, the first thing to say is that if you make it through the first 5 minutes, then you'll probably be okay. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's not massively violent, but it's full of psychological and sexual abuse that can really get you triggered. There were times when I found myself rooting more for the bad guys than good guys because they were all just horrible characters. But knowing what you know about David Hess's character, It's hard to have any sympathy for him, but Giovanni's character had a few more redeeming qualities. Yeah, so Alex is sort of egging Ricky on to do certain things, and at first he's sort of up for it because they've been having a bit of a drink and whatnot, and but then as it comes to the crunch, he's kind of like, yeah, this isn't right. I don't want to do this, and he gains a lot of tension between Ricky and Alex. So they've gone to this party as friends to wreak havoc, and then all of a sudden they're at each other as well. Then he finally says, "I can't say I really like this film. It's watchable, but tonally all over the place. As stated above, it was hard to root for anyone in this movie. However, it had a twist that I didn't twig, even though it seems obvious in hindsight. Just okay so." Bumper gives it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, I was waiting for this moment or something to happen in the film that was going to sort of turn it around and make it a good film. So be warned, it's one of these films that you might sit there thinking, this is boring or I hate this. Persevere, get to the end. Don't skip to the end, but get to the end and you'll understand everything. And then, if you do watch it again, you can sort of, if I can use this word, enjoy it a bit more and not be so bored or anything like that. So anyway, give us a thumbs up. I hope you're enjoying this series between Bumper and I. The next episode will be on his channel, so make sure you're subscribed and set your notifications to all so you find out when he uploads the next video. Obviously, we've got to watch the film first. But anyway, till then, take it easy.